Here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center, they understand that food is just the beginning.
The Greater Cleveland Food Bank provides millions of meals a year, but this is also where people come to nourish every part of their lives. Whether it's helping find a job, housing, or healthcare, you can start right here. Because it's when people are supported from head to toe that they can truly thrive.
So welcome to Food for Thought, where we explore the power of food and everything that feeds a life. Welcome to Food for Thought. I'm your host, Dan Monroe, here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Community Resource Center. Our guest chef today, Sabrina Fisher. Chef Fisher, what are we making?
Stuffed peppers.
Oh, it's my favorite. But before we get into that, let's go to the Healthy Choice Market and do some shopping. I'm here in the market with nutritionist extraordinaire Eric Pierkowitz. Eric, good to see you again.
You too, Dan.
Stuffed peppers we're going to be making later. We have onions and garlic, but I want to learn a little bit about these onions.
Sure.
What's so good about the onion?
Lots of things. Particular fun fact, they're a great source of prebiotics. You ever heard that?
No, what's a prebiotic? I've heard probiotic, but not pre.
So prebiotics feed the probiotics in our colon. So that helps them not only grow and reproduce, but also produce healthy compounds that help us, which can also improve mood, tied to your brain, and also it helps digestion too.
Now, they're a very versatile vegetable, the onion. You can cook with it many ways: saute it, fry it, grill it. What do you like best about using the onions?
There's so many recipes you can put them in, whether you use them raw or cooked. They add flavor and aroma to a variety of things.
And who doesn't like a red onion on their burger, right? I mean, really, that's like an American staple. But they come different ways, don't they? We have right here minced onions. How would someone use minced onions?
Well, these are dehydrated. So when I cook with these, you're either going to want to rehydrate them like first, or if you're putting them in some soup, then you just throw them in the pot and they're going to rehydrate during the cooking process.
Kind of add a little bit of flavor to what you're making.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, along that same line, we also have, especially with what we're making later on, is garlic salt. Talk about this.
Garlic is related to onions.
You mentioned that to me earlier before we started doing this. How is a garlic related to onions?
I think they're maybe second cousins.
They kind of look alike a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the same family. Yeah. I think it's called alliums. So they both do great things like reduce risk of several different types of cancer, and they can reduce blood clots. Garlic specific is known to have antibacterial properties, and one way to increase that, we have fresh garlic in the kitchen. So we mince it like 15 minutes before we're gonna cook it, because that mixes some of the compounds in there and allows them to create more of the beneficial compounds before you stop that process in the cooking, you know? So they get healthier as they sit for maybe 15 minutes or so.
Interesting. And I love garlic, especially in pasta. Right, I just love, you know, but only in moderation or else your breath might smell. But at least the vampires we kept away, right?
Sure.
All right. Eric, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. We always learn something new from you every month. So, all right, when we come back, we're going to start cooking. Stay tuned to Food for Thought.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm the Managing Attorney for Community Engagement at the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. We are a proud partner here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Community Resource Center. Here at the Community Resource Center, we provide a number of different opportunities of legal information and advice for our neighbors and friends. Here at the Food Bank, we provide grab-and-go brochures and flyers that let people know what their legal information and legal rights are. We also provide Know Your Rights presentations for a more in-depth look at what your rights and responsibilities are in various legal situations. And finally, we host brief advice clinics, which are an opportunity for folks to sit down with a lawyer and talk through their current legal challenges. If you'd like to learn more about the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland, please reach out at 1-888-817-3777 or on our website, www.lasclev.org.
Greetings, my name is Nikisha Wells from the Diaper Bank of Greater Cleveland, and we provide access to free diapers and personal essential care products to families in need at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. To learn more about our services, visit diaperbankgc.org. At the Diaper Bank of Greater Cleveland, our goal is simple. That is to ensure that no child goes without clean, dry diapers. We work closely with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and local partner organizations to distribute these supplies directly to families. In addition to diapers, we offer resources to connect families with parenting support and other critical services. We believe every child deserves a healthy, happy start in life, and clean diapers are a huge part of that. If you or someone you know needs help, or if you'd like to donate and support our mission, visit diaperbankgc.org. Together, we can make a difference for children and families in our community. Thank you.
Welcome back to Food for Thought. Joining me, Chef Sabrina Fisher. We're making stuffed peppers, Chef. I love stuffed peppers. You got some ingredients here. What do we have?
Okay, so we have minced garlic, tomato paste, diced bell peppers, diced onions, diced tomatoes, shredded cheese, black beans, and ground beef.
And all this will eventually be stuffed into the peppers.
Stuffed into
There's
the
the
pepper.
pepper. Well, how do you prepare a pepper? How do you prepare a pepper to be perfectly placed and stuffed?
So first you're gonna start off by cutting off the top. When you cut off the top, you don't wanna cut it off too deep, but you wanna cut it off enough where you can just pop out the center.
Okay.
Don't throw this away because we're gonna use it. And we're gonna get everything out the middle. Get all your white seeds out. You can always do a tap to make sure everything out.
And you just pick that right out just like that, really easy.
Yeah, real easy.
All right.
So then once you get done with that, that's your pepper to stand. Make sure that it stand. If it don't, then you got peppers to be comfy.
Ah.
So they all gonna sit inside the bowl where they can stand with each other.
Okay.
With that topper, you wanna use this for inside your rice. And you're just gonna dice this piece up. One way you can do those stuffed peppers is you can spray them with olive oil and put oil at the bottom of the pan and bake them in the oven, but this time we're gonna do it in the broiler.
Okay.
And we're just gonna boil them.
How long are you gonna boil them for?
For about 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes.
Just to give them a little soft, for when they go in the oven, they just get a little charred.
So now we got the peppers in the pot. Boy, I'm gonna be.
That is.
This is the show of the letter P. This episode of Food for Thought brought to you by the letter P. So we're getting those boiling. What can we do in the meantime to get prepared?
So now we're gonna brown our meat. So as you know, with ground beef, it makes its own juice, so you don't have to add oil or any of that to that. Can you put that in the sink?
Okay, thank you. We were talking about this earlier, the garlic. Why do you like working with garlic? What's so good about that?
So garlic is good for blood clogs as well as prevent cancer.
Yeah, that's what we learned in our previous nutrition segment. It's good for cancer, so I like it.
Yeah, and I like the flavor too. Okay, so we're browning the meat right now. After we browned it, so with my ground beef, in the midst of it browning, I like to season it just to give it a flavor, the first line of flavor, other than what I season my peppers and onions.
I love browning meat. You know, it's one thing I can do easily because you can crumble it up and You know when it's cooked.
That's
When all the
one
pink
thing.
is gone, it's cooked.
Well, all the pink is gone is good.
What do we got here? Let's
So we
see.
have
garlic and
paprika.
seasoning. Yep. Okay.
a little chili flavors. Got to have a little spice in our life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the onion powder.
Okay.
So this adobo, it's like a lighter seasoning salt. So this is like I said, I like garlic, so
Yeah.
it got this a garlic blend.
Adobo. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So if you mix your ground beef and season your ground beef,
You smell that.
yeah, you can smell it, get that whiff.
I love it. I love the aromatics. Love it.
This is the good part. Now when you grounding it, you want to try to make it crumble because then you want to make sure that it can fit into each pepper. So even if you making this dish and you don't eat ground beef, I'm going to show you how to make one that's not with ground beef, but we're going to get done with the ground beef first.
And again, we cook to taste. We cook to our likes. We cook to however we want to do it.
So we're going to take our peppers out.
Okay.
So when you take them out, it's best to take them out with tongues where you can drip the water
Yeah.
and place them. Now, if they fall, you just find a buddy to sit them next to.
Okay.
They all stood up.
Getting hungry already.
So now that we have these are browned, we're gonna add our black beans to it.
Okay.
So when you're making a vegetarian, you're gonna add your black beans,
Okay.
and then you're gonna add your diced tomatoes.
Okay, I'll get that for you. Just dump it in.
Yep, just dump it in.
There you go. All right.
So then you're gonna let that cook in. So earlier today I already made my rice, so now we just gotta throw our rice in.
Ah.
So you just want this to heat up where everything is at the same temperature,
Okay.
and then let it heat up. We're gonna stuff the peppers once we add the rice to here.
I
So
see.
once the rice is added in here, we're done with the vegetarian.
Okay.
So like if you don't eat meat, you add your rice.
I see.
Once this all get up to temp, you add your cheese on top. The vegetarian is done. Then we add our meat to it. We ready to eat.
All right.
We are ready to eat.
But and then when you put your final step is getting them in the oven, and how long does it take in the oven?
10 to 15 minutes. Really, you just want the char around the pepper. You want the char around the pepper, and then you want the cheese to melt. So
Okay,
what I do
yeah.
within the 9 minutes, I always cut it off and just cut it on broiler just to give that top that glaze.
Okay. All right.
So then we're gonna come over here and grab some of this lovely rice. And you wanna cook, oh,
There you go.
yes, this is hot. Anybody was wondering.
Please be careful. Yeah, you want to be really safe when working in the kitchen.
So you want to add some of the rice to the vegetarian one. So your rice portion to ratio to veggies is your preference.
Okay.
To me, I feel like when it comes to stuffed peppers, it's more so of a filling dish. So you want to fill more with the rice. The peppers and the onions and the black beans is more like flavors. So you want to make sure that your rice is balanced. So, okay, so once you add the rice to it, you get a good stir and make sure that everything is heated up. Because when everything is heated up, then you can add your tomato paste. So with
the
tomato
tomato paste.
paste, you got to make sure that stuff is hot. Look, it's popping out again. With tomato paste, you got to make sure everything is hot because this is what's going to cut the heat. This is going to cut the sweet. This is going to make it all splurge together.
So tomato paste in the stuffed peppers is a crucial ingredient.
One of the crucial ingredients.
It looks so good. And then you're able to get this, and you got to just fill it in.
That's it. And
Yeah.
just fill it in a bowl.
All right.
Okay, so. Now what you want to make sure that you do when it comes down to the tomato paste, it's a whole clump of it right here. You want to make sure that you get it stirred in.
Really stirred in good.
Stirred in
Yeah.
good. Because if it ain't, then you're just going to have one pepper that's full of tomato paste and the rest of it don't have it. Tomato paste is able to blend out the flavors
Okay.
of all the seasonings that we put in. Oh, there we go. So now that we're here, that is how you make your stuffings for your stuffed peppers for vegetarians. So
There you go.
we're gonna cut the fire down just a little bit and we're gonna stuff it. So as you see how flimsy the pepper is, and you just stuff your filling in. So your pepper's not hot after you didn't boil them or fry them or bake them.
So you're filling it right to the top?
Right to the top.
Okay.
Why not? We wanna make sure that we full.
Yeah.
So that's our vegetarian one.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add our meat.
Ah, okay.
So now,
Okay.
this cooking with
Yep.
grease. This is where the good stuff comes.
Yeah.
So now that we stuffed all our peppers, I like topping it with cheese.
Oh. They sprinkle some on?
Yes, on top. So you don't gotta be light with it. Be a little heavy.
Be a little heavy? All right.
heavy hand.
She's heavy.
So then we're gonna just add a little oil in the middle of the pan.
Okay.
Not much, maybe a half teaspoon,
Okay.
just to fill the bottom. And we're going in the oven.
Okay.
Preheat your oven to like 350.
So while Chef Sabrina has this in the oven, we're gonna go check in with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's one of their partners, Shoes and Clothes for Kids. Today we're highlighting Greater Cleveland Community Food Bank resource partner, Shoes and Clothes for Kids. Joining me, Carolyn Sekerak. You're the grants and content manager here. Carolyn, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You know, so this is the place. This is the area we're standing inside, Shoes and Clothes for Kids. What is the goal of this space? How does that help?
So our goal as an organization is to help get kids ready for school and ready to learn. So our direct service program operates out of this portion of our space. It's called our SE4K Free Store. And this program is all about helping families that are referred by the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and its community partners receive those new items for their children to help them get ready for school. So whether it's new shoes, clothes, school supplies, that's what we do through a unique shopping experience.
Now, what do people need to know ahead of time before coming to Shoes and Clothes for Kids to get items for their children? How does that whole process work?
So right now, the families that we serve here through this direct service program are those who are already working with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and the partner organizations. So they get referred to us. We meet with the family to make sure that they're eligible and have all the paperwork necessary. We serve primary caregivers and legal guardians. So if a grandparent has custody, if a foster parent has custody and needs help, that's who we're able to serve right now through this program. They come here and they have a retail-like shopping experience, which is so amazing for the families and the kids if they come shop, because they get to pick items right off the rack that are brand new, never been worn by anyone else, and they're seasonally appropriate, they're school appropriate, and like I said, it's all about helping get kids to school.
Now, a new dress, new shoes, that's really great for the kids, but Shoes and Clothes for Kids is much more than that. Why is this program so impactful?
Yes, the items that we give out are important, but the heart of our mission is really the new outlooks behind those new items. So whether it's the family that's shopping here much like a store experience, and they might not have experienced that before, imagine how that parent can feel being able to come home and say, I got these items for you today, and it's not even the holidays, it's not their birthday, and they get to go through the bag or try on shoes that they're, that either they picked out or that their parent picked out. And then when the kid sees the item has the tags on, you just feel a whole different way when you put on a new outfit. Like, think about when you go to a wedding or a job interview or first day of work. You want to feel first day ready. And that's what we say. It's about back to school, but it's really about every day those kids being excited, confident, having pride, affirming their dignity, because clothes are the first thing people see when they look at you. What are you wearing? Especially kids. There's bullying, there's all kinds of things that go on related to how a kid dresses and what items they have.
What does it mean to be here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and to be among all these other partners that are here?
Well, it means everything. There are so many amazing nonprofit partners here, starting with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. This space is fresh and new and amazing. It gives our volunteers, our staff, truly a home. For many years we operated out of multiple buildings, so being able to move into this free store, have 5,000 square feet to serve teachers, partners, and families, has been amazing. And then working with all the like-minded organizations. Our ultimate goal as organizations here is to put ourselves out of business. It would be great if there were no need, if everyone out there could afford back to school shopping and afford a new backpack and everything they need for their kids. But we know that it's gonna be a long time before we live in a world like that. So in the meantime, we have to work together. You know, none of us can do this alone or individually. So partnering with those like-minded organizations who are truly ready and willing to collaborate is everything.
Now, where can people go to learn more about shoes and clothes for kids?
Yeah, well, the easiest place is our website. So that's www.sc4k.org. If you're a parent or family, there's a button for you to click up there that says for parents and families. There's a button there for teachers who work in eligible schools to get connected with our teacher resource program. And then there's information for those who want to donate, volunteer.
Carolyn, thank you so much for joining me. Great organization, a great mission you guys are doing. Appreciate
Thank you so much, Dan, for helping us spread the word.
it. All right, and stay with us. We're gonna be back in the kitchen when Food for Thought returns.
I'm Dan Monroe, and I've been telling your stories here at TV20 Cleveland for over 10 years. I grew up in Cleveland's West Park neighborhood, a proud St. Mark's Lion. And every day you can find me and my friends playing hide and seek right here in Eppet Park, or maybe cooling off in the pool in those hot summer days. Living on the west side, I learned the importance of giving back to my community. You see, as a family, we would volunteer at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. I think that's why I love hosting Food for Thought so much. Cleveland is a town full of hard-working people, each with their own story to tell. It's my passion to tell those stories. I'm Dan Monroe. I report for TV20 Cleveland, and I report for you.
Hello, my name is Yvette Nossel, Director of Community Initiatives at the Cleveland Animal Protective League. We provide services here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. I am part of a team called Project CARE. The letters of CARE stand for Community Animal Retention Effort. The mission of Project CARE is to help provide services to pet owners in times of hardship so they can retain their pets in their home. We distribute food here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In addition to our pet food distribution, we can also assist pet owners in getting the necessary medical care for their pets at our low-cost community pet clinic located at our pet shelter in Tremont. Stop by and talk to one of our Project CARE associates for more details.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Sekerak from Shoes and Clothes for Kids. Our mission is to break barriers to school attendance by providing new shoes, clothes, and school supplies to students in need. Here at the Community Resource Center, we operate a direct service program which helps eligible primary caregivers of school-aged children receive new items for their children several times a year. If you're interested in receiving items, you can check with the Community Resource Center front desk for a calendar, or you could go online to the Food Bank's website and find the Community Resource Center calendar, which will list our days of operation. We operate 2 days a week, and it'll tell you everything you need to bring with you when you come shop at the SC4K free store.
Welcome back to Food for Thought. I'm Dan Monroe. Chef Sabrina Fisher brought out the stuffed peppers from the oven. This is my favorite part of the show, the tasting portion of the show.
The tasting for it.
I'm ready, so let's set it up. Let's try her
All
out.
right. Take you one of these peppers.
That looks good. All right,
See how
thank
you like it.
All right, here we go. Like, it took me back to having some of this at my parents' house. You know, it really does take you back. And the pepper is so good, the meat's so good. I mean, everything you put in, just so delicious. It really combines together well. Great job. A+.
Thank you.
A+. Well, I'm going to enjoy this. I want to thank you so much for watching Food for Thought. I'm your host, Dan Monroe. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Peppers, I love the peppers. So good, so good.